Okay, hi everybody. I'm so glad that you all are in class today. I know that it's really hard because there's a global pandemic and whatnot. But I am so excited that we are going to talk about correlation today. Correlation is the word we use when we are talking about how two variables are changing together. Bentley, I love that you are awake and alert right now. Rudy, can you lift your head for me? Rudy, thank you. I appreciate you doing a great job, pal. Okay, go ahead and click. So you will see on your paper that it asks you to talk about, it asks you to draw a positive correlation. So you'll notice in all three of these pictures that we're seeing here, what is true about all of them? Bentley, are you okay? Don't like your classmates, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, Bentley, can you tell me what is the same about all of these graphs that we see up here?
All the dots go up.
Great job, Bentley. Good job. Okay, so you can see that in each of these ones, as the x variable gets bigger and we move this direction on the x-axis, the y variable gets bigger and we go up on the y-axis. Yes? These are all positive correlations because as the x gets bigger, so does the y. And you'll notice if we were to draw a line through the middle of all the dots, and through the middle, I mean half are on top and half are on the bottom, that for each one of them, we'll end up with a line with a positive slope. So go ahead and click again. Okay. So here are our imaginary lines, half the dots above, half the dots below. Bentley, hey, Bentley, you're going to take care of that after class, okay? For each one of these, half the dots are above and half the dots are below. Yes? Okay. Olivia, can you tell me what's different about the one that I labeled perfect and the one that I labeled weak correlation? Go ahead, you can tell us, it's fine. You're doing a great job today.
The weak ones are further from the line. That's not what your voice sounds like.
The weak ones are further from the line. Great job, Olivia. Okay, so you'll see on the one that I labeled weak correlation, the dots are farther from our imaginary line. So the weaker the correlation, the harder it is for them to fit the line. You did a great job. Rudy, what can you tell me about the positive correlation? Huh? Here we go, we're gonna stay in our seat. What can you tell me about the positive correlation, or the perfect correlation?
They're right on the line.
Yes, that's exactly right. Okay, go ahead and click. The next thing that asks us to draw is a negative correlation. So for the negative correlation, what do you notice about all these dots? Stella, what do you see?
They go down.
Okay, yeah. All the dots are making a line that points down, right? So as the x variable gets bigger, as we go this way on the x-axis, we're going down on the y-axis, right? No, I need you to stay in your seat, okay? Thank you. It's a great job. No, why don't I just stay? So let's draw our imaginary line again. Go ahead and click for me. Okay, here's our imaginary line. We got half the dots above, half the dots below. And we see that, hey, Olivia, thank you. We see that all of these are now going to have a negative slope. Rudy, need you keep your eyes open, please. Thank you, friend. Olivia, what are you doing? I need you to stay in your seat. Come on, you were doing so well. My cousin. Right in your seat. Perfect. Great job. Okay, go ahead and click. We all drew our negative one. Now I'm presenting you with one here. The dots are all over the place. They don't go all up. They don't go all down. They don't go all up, but they don't go all down. Instead, you see there's no pattern. And when we draw our line that goes right through the middle, Olivia, what do you think that line is going to look like?
I don't know.
Can you take a guess for me?
No.
Okay, well, how about I click and then you describe it for me? So go ahead and click. And Olivia, can you tell me about that line?
It's flat.
That's right. It's a flat line. Doesn't point up or down. Because the dots don't have a pattern. The pattern doesn't go up, the pattern doesn't go down. They're just dots all over the place. So that's going to tell us that there is no correlation. These two variables don't really go together at all. Okay? So now we're working on to the second half of our page. Olivia, hey, excuse me. Olivia. Olivia. Go ahead and double check your drawings. Make sure they're all done. Olivia, come on. Have a seat. Have a seat. Look, I know that you got a little bit of ants in your pants today, but I need you to stay in your seat. With me and Naz. I need you to stay in your seat so we can be done, okay? You can have a movement break and go get a drink of water as soon as we're finished with this side of the paper. Okay? Okay, thanks, friend. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Stay there. Okay, go ahead and click. All right, now we know that our correlation, we've got to give it a number because this is math class. Sit. We've got to give it a number because it's math class. So we are going to call this variable R, okay? R is our correlation coefficient. The same way that you had coefficients in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, we're going to have a coefficient here. Bentley, hey, Bentley, Bentley, Bentley. Bentley, you're being loud. Thank you. I just want to make sure that everybody's able to hear, okay? All right. This variable, this coefficient, is going to range between, stop sliding out of your seat, okay? Come on. Listen, we just had a chat, okay? I know you can do this. I know you can. Bentley, please don't lick your classmates. Okay, our negative correlation, it makes sense we're going to give it a negative number. If we saw that the dots went down, made a negative slope, we're going to give it a negative number. A perfect negative correlation, we are going to give an R value of -1. A perfect positive correlation, we're going to give an R value of +1. So I think those are two things that you could be filling out right here on this paper, right? Right here on this paper, look. That's it. Right there. That's it. And in between -1 and +1 is a correlation of 0. That's when they didn't go together at all. That was our flat line. Come on, sit. Sit. That's our flat line. Rudy. Rudy. Excuse me. Rudy. Rudy. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy. Okay, go ahead and click. All right, so if we want to quantify this, if we want to give them some numbers, a weak correlation is going to be somewhere in the range of 0.6 to 0.7. Okay? If it's a positive correlation, but they don't fit the line, they're kind of far apart, then we're going to call it, yes, okay. Then we're going to call it positive 0.6 to 0.7. Bentley, open your eyes. Thank you. But if it's a negative correlation, but it's kind of weak, we're going to give it like a negative 0.6 to 0.7. Now, there is a specific way to calculate this, but we can't really do it without the special calculators. So we're going to save that for another time, and we're going to start with ish right now. So if you see a weak correlation, you're going to say, oh, it's negative 0.6 to 0.7-ish. Or if it's positive 0.6 to 0.7-ish for a weak correlation. For a strong correlation, it'll be 0.8 to 0.9. So a strong positive, Bentley. Thank you. Bentley, hey, I need you to focus. This is the last bit of notes, okay? A positive, strong correlation will be 0.8 to 0.9, and a strong a strong negative correlation will be negative 0.8 to negative 0.9. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, and Rudy, hey, Rudy, excuse me, Rudy, over here. You're not even looking at the board, Rudy. Okay, Rudy, what do you think a no correlation, what number goes with that? 0. That's right, that's right. So on your paper, a 0 correlation coefficient, a 0 R value,
would go with, thank you, no correlation. That's exactly right. Great job. Great job. Please don't kiss me. Okay, now the next page is for you to try. So remember, we don't have the fancy calculators today, so you're just going with the ish values. So you're going to say a strong positive correlation is like 0.8 to 0.9-ish. A weak negative correlation, you'll write negative 0.6, negative 0.7-ish. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Not specific. Does that make sense to everybody? Bentley, did you hear me? Okay, excuse me, Bentley. Bentley, pick your head up, please. Bentley, pick your head up, please. Hey, is everything okay? Is everything okay? Huh? I'm having a hard time. Is everything okay? Okay. You're going to take care of the back of this page, and then you're going to turn it in on Canvas, okay? This is Module 6, number 1. Olivia, you ready for your movement break? Okay, bye.